We have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
and we thank you once again for tuning in here on to SummitCitySports.com and across our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and we are live on YouTube tonight for the regular season finale of high school hockey here in Fort Wayne and the conclusion of our senior night celebrations that we had last night for the Carroll Leo game, and tonight we're going to do it for the Vipers and the Spartans. As I just said, our game tonight, Homestead and the Vipers, this is the regular season finale as we get set for the playoff push next week on Wednesday.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's been a long year, and, we've gotten to the finish line here for the regular season, so hopefully we can finish it up and get to the finish line officially with the city championship going off without a hitch next Saturday.
Oh, your broadcast crew for tonight's matchup on camera, game videographer Hunter Sussenheimer, color commentator Joe Hacker. I will be your play-by-play, Brandon Porter. As always, a pleasure to keep you guys entertained on this evening as we have our regular season. And it's always a pleasure to have everybody tune in.
Absolutely. Love coming out here and doing these games all year long.
Yeah, it's nice to actually have a semi-steady color commentator. A couple of years I've been doing it alone was brutal for me.
Yeah, solo broadcasts not nearly as fun, but you know what? At least we're out here doing them either way.
Hopefully next year we'll have the fully stable three-man crew where we can have color and play-by-play and camera every single night instead of just flipping a coin.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yep. Well, take a look here at our playoff preview, is what we're going to call it, for next Wednesday. The seeding is final. The Homestead Spartans are back-to-back Roy Chin regular season champions. They will take on the fourth-seeded Leo Lions in the first match at 6:40 next Wednesday, and then the second-seeded Fort Wayne Vipers will take on the third-seeded Carroll Chargers at 8:40, and then the championship game will be played Saturday, the 20th.
Yeah, always an exciting time when the playoffs roll around, so hopefully it's no different this coming year. And a couple of good games starting us off next Wednesday.
The Memorial Cup honorees, we like to mention those around this time every year. Colin Lister, Roy Chin, Kevin Weber, Kent Freeby, Jim Pelletier, Mike Stuckey, Mitzi Topfer, Bob Chase, and Chase Warner are your Memorial Cup honorees for this year, as it will be for the coming years. We'll see if anyone else becomes added to that down the road. But right now, those are your 9 Memorial Cup honorees.
Yeah, we'll see if anyone's added this year. I haven't really heard a whole lot about that, but because of COVID, might not want to have any sort of ceremony, but that's going to be a problem for next Saturday when we'll see the all-city teams as well and the handing out of the Roy Chin Cup to Homestead for the regular season championship, and of course the Memorial Cup for the playoffs on Saturday.
Trying to take a look here at our on-ice officials for tonight's matchup. Looks like Chris Chappelle and Mr. Salkeld will be your linesmen, and it looks like Chad Kleinschmidt will be the main referee for tonight's match. The Team Indiana players for 2020-2021 for Fort Wayne High School Hockey. Zachary Wars has been appointed to the U18 team, and Gavin Elkins, is going to be on the U16. Is that one that was a little loud in my headset. Right now the Homestead Spartans are taking to the ice. Looks like they're going to be on the home side. More than likely we'll see Lane Copeland in goal, with it being senior night. Going to probably see a lot of the seniors start tonight.
Yeah, that'd be my guess, especially with Doherty getting the start last night. You'll assume they'll go to Copeland tonight. He's been there for us all year, played almost all of the league games except for 2.
I remember my senior night, me and my then 2 of the 3, when I played with Carroll in 15, we ran 3 goalies, but me and the other senior, Trevor Hawks, we actually split senior night.
Well, we'll have to see if that's going to be the case with Michael Hall and Steven Yiser for the Vipers. Michael Hall looking like he'll get the start tonight, coming out on the ice first. But we'll have to see if they go with that strategy of splitting it. Steven Yiser got the start last night, so I would assume they'll just stick with Michael Hall for the whole game, to be honest.
one touch-up from last night, and I hope that the Vipers coaching staff has kind of ironed it out with their team after last night. We mentioned it the breakout for the power play of the Vipers was subpar, to say the least, last night.
Yeah, you don't want to keep beating a dead horse too much. We'll see how it progresses tonight. Obviously they haven't had a practice, so there's only, just going to the drawing board on it. But they'll probably get some chances on it tonight, and we'll see what happens.
We'll send it down to the PA for the ceremonies of senior night.
It's senior night. Tonight we take a pause to recognize those whose hockey careers are soon be at an end as far as high school goes. Starting with the home team. Number 2, Reed Johnson. Reed got his first taste of hockey at the age of 4. He has played travel hockey in Fort Wayne with the Commerce organization and then with the Force at the North Age for the stint upstate, driving 4 hours 3 times a week, playing for the Chelsea Chiefs in his debut year. One of his favorite memories is playing with the Joe. Reed has been part of the Homestead Spartans since freshman year, working with both the offense and defensive lines. Reed is known for his passion on the ice. One way or another, he usually gets the job done. Next year, Reed will study biology. He is still deciding between Xavier University or Loyola University of Chicago. He is hoping to continue to play hockey in college. Reed is accompanied tonight by his father Jacob and mother Rachel. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, Reed Johnson. Number 15, Cody Fitz. Cody has been playing hockey since he was 5. Like his brother before him, Cody played for various Fort Wayne Comets youth hockey teams before joining the Homestead Spartans his freshman year. Playing in the state tournament at Notre Dame will remain one of Cody's favorite memories. He is not likely either to defend his hat trick during the state semifinals. The big guy on the team, Cody can also count on to defend and protect his teammates. Funny and quiet, Cody has always done well right in the locker room. He will be graduating this spring from Blackhawks Christian School. After graduation, Cody will be studying criminal justice at Indiana Tech. Cody is accompanied tonight by his father Kevin and mother Angie. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Cody Fitz. Number 20, Dylan Bash. Dylan, or Dino, as most of the time, started skating at the age of 3 years old. He played for various teams in the Comets youth hockey organization, from mini markets to Benton. Dylan joined the Homestead Spartans as a freshman and has been playing all 4 years. For him, hockey is also about structure, discipline, work ethics, and making lifelong friendships. Fast on his skates, Dylan is also known as a fast talker. Always in a good mood, he is a loyal teammate. Once he graduates from Homestead High School, Dylan hopes to study computer science at Indiana Tech, where he also wants to play hockey. Dylan is accompanied tonight by his father Dean and Cindy, and his brother Christine and Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, number 20, Dylan Bash. Number 41, Wayne Wakeland. Ladies and gentlemen, after his uncle Rick bought him his first skates for Christmas. He has progressed in the American IP program and various Fort Wayne Comet teams to be selected as a goaltender for the Homestead Spartans his sophomore year. His great dedication has been key to improving throughout his high school career, often coming to the rink for a training session before starting his school day. Well liked by all his teammates, Lane will cherish the lifelong friendships he's built on and off the ice. Winning the Memorial Cup championship last year will stay among his favorite memories, and he hopes to get a chance to repeat this year. Lane will graduate this spring with honors from New Tech Academy. After graduation, he intends to play hockey at the collegiate level and pursue a degree in architecture or engineering. Ladies is accompanied tonight by his son Eric and his mother Amanda. Ladies and gentlemen, number 41, Brittany Wilson. Number 63, Elliot Thackeray. Elliot joined the Homestead Spartans his freshman year after moving from Connecticut. Hockey has been part of his life since he first left Southeast States at the age of 6. Elliot started his youth hockey career playing for the Central Connecticut Capitals and later the junior Wolfpack organization. In addition to playing 4 years for the Spartans, Elliot has been part of the 4-man force, 14U and 16U teams, as well as Team Indiana 16U and 18U. His senior year, Elliot had a rare opportunity to play with both his brothers on the Homestead team. And as a super of sport, Elliot is famous among his teammates for being able to comment accurately on the stats of any professional hockey player or internationally scouted recruit. Elliot will be attending college next year to study business analytics and possibly play hockey if the right opportunity arises. Elliot is accompanied tonight by son Matt, mother Mahoney, and his brothers and teammates Henry and Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, number 63, Elliot Thackeray. And finally, from the Spartans, number 86, Zach Flores. Who is going to take the Wild side of Michigan, but not Michigan out of the family. Zach started playing hockey at the Tampa Bay State Academy at the age of 10. Living in New York, he played with the Indian Capitals and subsequently for the Fort Wayne Comets and 4 youth hockey organizations. Zach joined the Homestead Spartans his sophomore year and was named captain this season. He was also selected this year to play for Team Indiana. His favorite hockey memory so far is winning the city championships in 2020. Zach enjoys hanging out with his teammates, particularly in impromptu T-ball meetings after practice. After graduating from Homestead High School, Zach is planning on attending Indiana Tech to study business management, where he hopes to continue to play hockey. His goal is to pursue a career in the trades. Zach is accompanied tonight by father Marco and mother Emily. Ladies and gentlemen, number 86, Zach Flores. And now, for the Fort Wayne Vipers, number 3, Jared McKinley. Jared McKinley has been on the ice since he was 2 years old. He fell in love with the game when he attended his first high school games at 2 years old. He's an unselfish player and strives to improve those around him on and off the ice. His favorite memory is scoring the game winner in the state finals as a freshman. Jared plans to attend the PFW and study history and education. Jared is accompanied by his parents Jeremy and Stacey McKinley. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Jared McKinley. And number 4, Keegan McCone. Keegan began playing hockey at age 7 on house and select teams. His most memorable youth experience was winning an international silver stick championship in Canada in 2018. From the start, he was known for his competitive streak. He later became a vocal leader on and off the ice. Former teammates still refer to him as Coach K. In high school, he spent 2 seasons with the Star Panthers, earning a state hockey championship. He proudly finishes his high school hockey career as a Viper, where he serves as assistant captain. Keegan is also playing for Team Indiana and currently plays on the 18U Spaceman team. Off the ice, Keegan is a member of the Garrett High School's 3-time sectional and regional championship wrestling team. Saturday, he takes to Matt, competing in Fort Wayne semi-state tournament. Also, he's active in National Society and 4-H. He enjoys fishing, fantasy football, and playing video with his family. Keegan will graduate as valedictorian of his third high school class. He plans to attend Purdue University and study pharmacy. Keegan would like to thank his gym coaches who taught him so much about team life. Keegan is accompanied by his parents, Brian and Lori McCone. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Keegan McCone. Trevor McKinnon is the forward and the captain for the Fort Wayne Vikings. At the age of 4, Trevor began skating and playing the game of hockey. He grew up playing on several travel teams such as the Fort Wayne Comets and Fort Wayne Force, and also played for the Summit City Panthers. Last year, he was voted MVP by his teammates and was named the All-City team. When skating for the Summit City Panthers, he won an ISHSHA 1A state championship. After graduating from Santa High School with honors, Trevor attended Tryon University's Adams School of Engineering, majoring in biomedical engineering. Trevor would like to take this opportunity to thank his family, friends, and coaches for the constant support and encouragement. He is accompanied today by his biggest fans, his mother, Tracy McKinnon, and his father, Brian McKinnon. Ladies and gentlemen, number 9, Trevor McKinnon. Number 10, Austin Hornsby. Austin is playing his second season with Vipers after playing for the Northrop Brewers his freshman and sophomore years. Austin has been playing hockey for 11 years, including 4 years of AAA and a few games in the USPHL with the Fort Wayne Statesmen. As Austin teammates know, he's a fast skater with good vision and playmaking abilities. He's a well-rounded athlete who also played golf for 4 years for the Northrop Brewers. After high school, Austin attended to become a tradesman in the electrical field. Austin is accompanied by his parents, Jeff and Kelly Ormsby. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Austin Ormsby. Number 21, Blake Ridge. Blake celebrated state in the first grade and went on to play on several different travel teams. This is his first year with the Fort Wayne Vikings. After taking his freshman year off from playing hockey, Blake returned his sophomore year to play for the Summit City Panthers and then the Carroll Chargers his junior year. Blake will always remember the great times he had with his past coaches and teammates on and off the ice. Blake plans to continue his education in college and has not yet decided on a major. Blake is accompanied tonight by his parents, Jeff and Angie Ridge. Ladies and gentlemen, number 21, Blake Ridge. Number 24, Spencer DeGroot. Spencer is the assistant captain for the Fort Wayne Vikings. He began playing hockey at the age of 7 and enjoyed many years of travel hockey with the Fort Wayne Comets and PSM Force teams. His first 2 years of high school hockey were with the Bishop Winter Saints, where, in his sophomore year, Spencer scored the winning goal in overtime of a semifinal game to secure the state spot in the state championship, which they won against Westfield. He has enjoyed playing for Vikings these last 2 years as it has allowed him to be on the ice with many of his travel hockey friends and to play for Coach Stephen Yackley all 3 years of his high school hockey career. As a Viper, Spencer also enjoyed working with Coach Steve Schott and John Sullivan, who was the person who first taught Spencer how to skate so many years ago. After graduating with honors from Bishop Winter, Spencer will attend Butler University and pursue a Bachelor of Science degree in Butler's Health Sciences program, eventually planning to go to medical school. Spencer is accompanied by his parents, Tim and Jennifer DeGroot, who want to take this opportunity to let Spencer know how much fun they have had watching on the ice all these years, and how excited they are for the next chapter in his life. Ladies and gentlemen, number 24, Spencer DeGroot. Number 66, Michael Hall. Michael has been playing the State Panthers since the age of 7, starting with junior hockey to play travel hockey until high school, when he joined the Homestead Spartans and then played for the Fort Wayne Renegades. Michael is excited for finishing his high school hockey career as a Fort Wayne Viking. He plans to continue his education by studying computer programming at Indiana Tech while aspiring to play hockey at a collegiate level. Michael is accompanied by his parents, Barkley and Erica Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, number 66, Michael Hall. Number 92, Austin Regional. Austin was physically born with a house in his hand and has been on the ice since he was only 2 years old. From mini mites to AAA, Austin has played on various teams, including the Comets, the Force, Team Indiana, and now the Vikings. Austin was also fortunate enough to win a state title his first year with the State Panthers. Austin will continue pursuing hockey collegiately next year, while starting a solid journey to become a musician. Austin is accompanied today by his mother, Chantal Longfield, and grandfather, Todd Longfield. Ladies and gentlemen, number 92, Austin Regional. And last but not least, number 98, Steve Geiser. Steve started playing hockey at the age of 7. His first year, he was goalie at every game and was hooked. He only wanted to play goalie the next year. Before high school, Steve played many years of travel hockey for the Fort Wayne Comets. He played for the Northwood High School for 2 years before going to the Lakers last season. Steve impressed by going 10, 1, and 2 with a .915 save percentage, while recording 5 shutouts last year, which put him among the top high school goalies in Indiana. Steve plans to see where his hockey career takes him after high school, be it in college or in juniors. If that doesn't pan out, he has career aspirations to become an electrician or welder. Steve is accompanied by his parents, Stephen and Adam Geiser. Ladies and gentlemen, number 98, Stephen Geiser. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in one more round of applause for all the seniors we have here tonight. And now, we ask that you rise as you are able. Remove any head coverings, but not your masks, for the playing of our national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after short remarks, we'll have a hockey game.
Well, that is the conclusion of our senior night ceremonies. As teams are taken to the ice for their warm-ups here, it looks like Copeland is in fact going to be over there, as is Michael Hall. We mentioned that earlier, I believe.
Yes, we did. Can't confirm.
Okay, good. It's been a couple minutes. That's what happens when you take too many pucks to the head.
It happens, but my sources do confirm. My sources do confirm to me that we talked about that earlier.
Perfect. Well, while they're in their warm-ups, we'll go ahead and take another break here. You're watching high school hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
This league promotes finding diamonds in the rough, kids that didn't have an opportunity, they're on the wrong team, they had the wrong coach. If we can find those kids, which we have 20 of them now, that we build a team in 45 days.
I look at like amazing facilities and like the coaching staff, like everything looked perfect for me.
It's kind of a no-brainer for me.
Here is, I heard, was very professional, and I had absolutely no idea there was such a big hockey community.
Saw the amazing facilities here and coaching staff.
Felt like it was a good fit for me. I noticed my confidence got up.
I think the system starts with what you do off the ice, right? And that's been our biggest challenge, right, is taking these kids from different places in the world, right, and bringing them in and trying to establish a culture. And it's been difficult, right, to teach discipline, to teach accountability, to show up on time, right? That's where it all starts. We have the resources that, frankly, other programs don't have, and we try to utilize them to the best of our abilities.
I mean, they'll help each individual out as well as like all team stuff, so they do a good job giving everybody what they need to get better at or what they think they should be working on more. Our schedule's really nice during the week. We get a lot of ice time in the gym. All the facilities here are brand new, super nice, from the gym to the locker room. The rink is unreal as it is.
We work out twice a week here, and our trainers give us as much of resources as they can to push us and make us better off the ice, to help us on the ice too. All of our workouts are kind of tailor-made for hockey players. And
the coaching staff helped me get better, like offensively. John Solway helped me like work on my stride, my edges.
His teaching is really good. He processes it in a way that makes it easy for us to kind of reciprocate what he's doing in a way that's kind of lower to our level.
For them to see the professionalism and the support that they have, I mean, it's second to none. It's remarkable to see, these guys, getting the chance to, talk to the, people in the community and the kids, and the opportunity to really have that moment to themselves, right, and have that opportunity to essentially, live the day in the life of what it's like to play pro hockey, right? I mean, they're around the Fort Wayne Comets. Earlier in the year, guys were coming out, and helping the kids, and it's remarkable because they get to see what it takes to play at the next level.
Not only Josh, but we've got Jerry Moss, who helps with our goaltending, and Paris Duffus, who is a familiar name for Fort Wayne fans, that really helps our goalies off the ice, and I think gives them the mental approach that they need to advance to the next level, as we know that's really important with goaltending.
He preaches accountability. He always makes sure accountability on and off the ice, actually. He makes sure we're doing the right things off the ice, and we're, more importantly, doing the right things on the ice, making sure we're always just ready to go, ready to play, never having our minds stray throughout a game or a practice, always be just ready to go.
We tell these kids all the time, from high school till about college to your junior years, you've got 7 to 8 years to work really hard and get your life on the right path, or you can goof off and not pay attention and get involved with the wrong people, and then the rest of your life after that 8 years is going to be pretty difficult, right? So trying to get them prepared for the real world is priority number one.
There's a lot of hockey players in the world, and you're not all going to make the highest team and not get noticed. Or you might become the best hockey player you've ever been at 20. You don't know when you're going to come out of your shell. So they have to have this opportunity to play, or they may never be seen.
Welcome back to the Parkview Small One Ice House. Before we go much further, let's get a word in from a few of our sponsors. As you know, today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports. That is 260Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. visit drivekelly.com, the Kelly Automotive Group in Decatur, Indiana, where it's simple, transparent, and reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle, as well as other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignment, engine diagnostics, and more. Visit their north location at 2620 North Main Street or their south location at 3530 West Jefferson Boulevard. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fishing Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment found only at the Big Eyed Fish. You've been invited to join Professional Federal Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a local branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. Weller Contracting, we take the time to invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OntWellerContracting.com to learn more. We'll get to the rest of them here in a couple minutes, but right now we are getting ready for the opening puck drop here between the Homestead Spartans and Fort Wayne Vipers.
It is going to be full senior unit starting for both teams. Can confirm.
Makes the most sense.
Of course, senior night.
And we have puck drop, and Juarez will win it back as it goes right on net. So Copeland has to play it to the corner to Johnson, who's tied up now. Bash to Juarez. Here's McKinnon, a shot, and that one is stopped into the corner by Copeland. There's another chance by McKinnon that is blocked. McKinley has it behind the net. Here is Juarez, far side corner with it now. And that pass is intercepted. However, it was a little too hard, so it rolled off the stick of McKinnon as he now puts it inside the zone to Elliot Doherty. Doherty goes up. It bounces over Juarez's stick, and that one's cleared out by Ridge. Reisner with it now. Drop pass to Ridge. Ridge over to the near side wall to be played. Fouled by the Spartans. Reed Johnson, who throws it down low as that one's being given chase to by Eisenbarger. Out to the point. Here is Eisenbarger, the younger Eisenbarger, with that one as it's gathered in by Jeanette and put inside the Viper zone. Jeanette and Ormsby go to the wall. There's a centering feed from Eisenbarger to Eisenbarger. And that one's broken up as PJ Eisenbarger gets it down to the zone, around to the near side wall, and it's going to be gathered in. Good board play by Asiala. It is the younger Eisenbarger, number 8, Tyler Eisenbarger. That shot is off a shin guard, and it rolls through the corner for Tyler Eisenbarger to Jeanette. Jeanette tries to feed to the high slot for PJ Eisenbarger. It's broken up. Richardson a shot, and that one's blocked by the defensive effort of Jackson Bertels. Down into the near side corner. PJ Eisenbarger lays a hit on DeGroot as that one rolls towards the slot, and it's knocked away by Ridge. Out to the point, bounces over the stick of Richardson, and it rolls out of the zone down into the Homestead end. Copeland leaves it for Asiala, who goes off the boards. And it's onside play. Here's Johnson. Centering feed. Besh a shot and a save made by Hall. Coming down inside the zone. Now behind the net. That is number 6, Carter Canavalo. As it goes over to McComb, far side, out to Scott at the point. Simple wrist shot, tipped in front and scores! Darcy Koch.
Really good start to this game in general. Some really good pace to it, and a great job there by Koch to get into the slot and tip that puck into the goal and put the Vipers up early. That's exactly what they needed to get out in front here this one early and, set the tone coming off last night's loss.
Yeah, as you said, great job for the Vipers to get on the board first. As it's Darcy Koch with the goal. face-off. It is along the far side wall, around the Vipers bench. Scott with the assist. He's got the lone assist. Down to the near side corner. Out to the point. Here come the Vipers again. On the rush. Keegan McComb. Onside play. Throws it to the near side corner. Henry Doherty backhands it to Nicole. Here's Nicole with it again. Bounces it off the boards. Going to be grabbed by one of the Vipers. I believe that was Christian Brown. Stretch pass to Juarez. It's a little bit intercepted, but he gets it right back. Juarez backhands towards the net, and that one's wide. Jeanette to Doherty, and that one is blocked in front. As here's DeGroot. DeGroot far side now, gains the zone, backhands it down low, takes a bounce off the boards, rolls at the net. Copeland freezes the puck.
Like I was saying after that goal, just good pace at this one in general. Starting it off with some nice, quick back and forth action. Both teams coming out, doing a great job moving their legs and wasting no time getting right into this one with a little extra inspiration for them, given that it's senior night and so many seniors on both of these two teams.
Faceoff is going to be inside of the Homestead zone, far side of your screen, and we're going to have our first penalty up. It's going to be, it sounds like, on the Vipers. It's going to be McKinnon. And he's going to go for...
Looked like a high stick when he originally called it.
High stick.
Not sure what happened on that one. It was called almost instantaneously with the face-off, so didn't see exactly what happened there. There's some discussion about it on the Vipers bench. Not like it matters, but just to let the record reflect.
So Homestead got the first power play of the regular season finale as Jeanette has it inside their zone, gets it over to Eisenbarger, who immediately passes it to the near side from Nicole. It goes back to Eisenbarger. BJ Eisenbarger out by to Nicole. Nicole at the blue line gets inside the zone. He gets bumped off the play and it rolls out of the zone as Eisenbarger stretches it far side for Juarez. He'll throw it down low into the far side corner behind the net. Scully wraps her on the boards. And Nicole has it at the near side corner. Now grabbed by McKinley. McKinley will clear it down in the zone. Copeland leaves it for Eisenbarger. He has Gross in pursuit. As Eisenbarger cuts up the near side. Passes a little wide. And he's sent back down the ice ever so briefly by Scully and plays this down for playing the puck with the high stick.
Really nothing happening so far for the power play. So we look to get that situated, and the faceoff is going to come all the way back into their own zone. So they're really going to have to start from scratch here. About halfway still to go here on this power play. So plenty of time. No need to stress about it, but they are down a goal and probably want to get that one back here pretty quick. The two teams both did a great job responding immediately after goals last night. We saw goals in response 17 and I think 22 seconds apart.
Indeed so. Very fast responses from last night. As we have Nicole behind the net, goes far side to Eisenbarger. This first line unit still out for the Spartans as that one's inside the zone. Rolls to the corner. Pertels is there. He does a bump. He backhands it out to the point. Nicole over to Eisenbarger. Eisenbarger with a shot. Save Hall. Rebound just outside the crease, and he makes another save. The rebound attempt to Jeanette. Jeanette out to Nicole at the point. Down to the corner. Here's Juarez. Back to Jeanette in the high slot. It is going to be Eisenbarger as that one bounced over Jeanette's stick. BJ Eisenbarger. Near side corner. Out to the point. Here's Nicole. He fans on it. And it takes a bounce off one of the sticks of the Vipers, and it's cleared out of the zone. That does it for the power play. Penalty expires. Here's Besh coming up ice. And looks like around the penalty on the Spartans with too many men on the ice. see who they send in to serve it. Looks like they're going to send Johnson to go serve with too many men. It's coming at 9:13. So, penalty, your power play expires, and then about 5 seconds later, you're on the penalty kill.
Yeah, not what Homestead was hoping for there, just some miscommunication, and we'll see if it costs them here with the Vipers on a chance for the power play.
Knoblow gets sent down to the ice by Loxton. As it rolls far side, Ormsby sends it back to the near side court for Knoblow. As McKinley gets it out to the point. It is McKinnon. Down to McKinley. Cross feed, and that one's intercepted by, looks like, Rimner, as is McKinnon. Out to the point for Knoblow. Back to McKinnon. It's through his feet and out of his range, so he has to go get it along the boards. Cross freeze chance to McKinley goes wide, as that one is now along the far side corner for Reasoner. To the near side corner, McKinnon. Out to the point for Knoblow. Vipers working it around. McKinnon a shot, save, rebound, cleared out by Loxton. Out to the point, Knoblow, wrist shot, tipped in front by Reasoner, and he'll get the extra point as he goes way up into the safety netting.
Really good work there on the power play. A great job of moving the puck around in the zone like they usually do. Almost had that chance there for McKinley in front of the net, but just didn't quite get all of it, and Copeland able to turn that one aside, and they're doing a good job using the top of the point there to facilitate some plays. We haven't seen them try to go across for Ormsby quite yet on that power play, and we won't here on this one as it'll be the second unit out now.
Scully with it now, going up the far side. He'll backhand it into the zone.
I got you.
So along the far side, that one's gathered in and cleared out by Henry Doherty to the point. Scully sends it back down low. Jeanette tries to throw it out again. Kept in again by Scully. And that one's sent down low for the group. And now the Spartans finally clear it. Henry Doherty is able to get it out. Along the near side. It's sent down the ice. It will not be an icing. Played by Henry Doherty far side. Gathered in by Ian Scott with 3 seconds remaining on the man advantage. And this one is killed. Off the boards. Down the ice. It should not be an icing as it was iced. Or it was sent down the ice rather before the penalty was expired. As that stretch pass to Kosh finds Gross. Up to Kosh, and that one I don't think it was quite ready for it. And here goes the Spartans the other way. Asiala. Around the boards to the far side corner. There's those bounce off that Zamdors. A shot saved by Hall. Out to the point. There's another shot. Save Hall. Rebound also found by Hall, who hangs on.
Good job by Homestead there, killing that one off, and then coming right back, getting some opportunities here at the far end. And now we'll have the face-off here in the zone about halfway through the period, and still pretty good pace to this one.
6:42 remaining here in the first period. 1-0 Vipers, thanks to an early goal by Darcy Kosh. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Face-offs won by the Vipers. And controlled out to the point. Onto the stick of Bertels. He's poke check. Gross tries to clear. And it is still inside the zone and finally backhanded out by Gross up to Bertels. Sent down low. Played by Asiala behind the net. He'll backhand it around the boards. Along the near side, Doherty tries to sauce it up ice, but it's broken down by Rice. As is Eisenbarger to Asiala. He's got Spear giving chase. There's a turnover, and we're going to see a penalty on Asiala holding the stick. Tries to walk through Doherty with Bertels. He had Gross backdoor all day. But we're going to have a power play now for the Vipers. Asiala should go for holding the stick.
And another chance coming up for the Vipers on the power play. So we'll see if they can build off what they had last time and continue to try and get one here. It's been a while, I think, since they really had a goal on the power play, at least that I can remember. But another chance here right after that original one.
Looks like they're going to charge him with a hooking rather than holding the stick. Kind of one and the same, I guess.
Yeah, might as well.
Especially with it being held up into the midsection. Kind of one and the same. And looks like they're going to chase Reasoner out of the face-off dot. Ormsby comes in and he'll win it back. Canablo tries the center. Reasoner shot saved. Copeland. Rebound cleared away. Canablo with it now. Sends it inside the zone. Doherty, far side, cleared by Jeanette. That one rolls down the ice to be gathered in by Hall, who plays it to Canablo. Near side is McKinnon. Pressured by Eisenbarger, goes back to Canablo, far side. He now has Eisenbarger pressuring him. Up to McKinnon, gains the zone, to the high slot. There's a shot save, rebound cleared out by Nicole to the far side corner. There's Trevor McKinnon. McKinley off the boards to the near side wall. Canablo out to McKinnon. McKinnon a drive, blocked in front by Henry Doherty, and it is cleared by Eisenbarger.
Good block. That one sounded firm. I'm sure he's feeling that one.
Here's the near side. It is Ormsby. Goes far side. Oh, he loses an edge on that one. And play has to be halted by the Vipers as now they can go in as they were told. There's a hip check by Nicole. He must be watching Tartaray on those.
Has to be.
Now Juarez, far side, just taking his time. And he throws it down the ice on net, and Hall makes a stick save. The play now with 25 seconds in the man advantage. Here's Elliot Doherty, a turnover at the point. Oh, nice toe drag move as he's still fighting for it now as he's tied up with McComb. Besh to Juarez, a drive, and it is blocked in front by Reasoner. DeGroot. Wow.
I mean, everyone's just losing it right now.
I have to either look at the ice or look at the skates. Something's not quite right as the penalty is over for the Spartans. And Vipers are back to 0-2 now on the man advantage as behind the net it is Henry Loxton, who had an amazing game last night. I don't think he ended up on the score sheet, but his work ethic last night was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was.
Now here's Juarez with it by himself, centers to Eisenbarger, save Hall! And now it's near side corner, throws it out to behind the net for Scully. Tosses it to Darcy Kosh. And now it's Ian Scott going the other way. Far side, he takes a hit by Loxton. I'm actually surprised that wasn't a trip considering that Loxton kind of had to put his arms out towards the knees. And I'm actually kind of shocked that wasn't a trip.
Yeah, I think they probably just didn't call it because Loxton himself took some of that one and took a tumble into the boards as well.
Loxton, a shot from the point, is knocked away by Scully in front. The physicality is definitely picking up here with 2:50 left here in the first period. It's at the point, backhanded down low by PJ Eisenbarger. Grabbed now by Ridge. Ridge tries to get out of the zone. Loxton cannot keep it in. Delayed offsides for the Spartans. Nicole has it. He's tied up with Ian Scott. Here come the Spartans the other way. It rolls off the stick of Doherty and gathered in now by Ridge. Ridge up ice, looking for Ian Scott. It's behind him and grabbed now by Asiala as Scott applies pressure. They get it up to Elliot Doherty. The senior Doherty drop pass to Eisenbarger to Johnson. Back to Doherty, and it rolls on net and covered by Hall.
After the Vipers kind of taking it to Homestead a little bit there at the beginning portion of that game, Homestead has really found their footing here the last couple of shifts. And outside of those 2 penalty kills, have done a pretty good job controlling the play and getting the better opportunities.
So the faceoff will be far side, glove side of Hall. And it is Gross against Eisenbarger, and the faceoff tied up. And coming away with it is going to be the Spartans. Tyler Eisenbarger gets down to Doherty. Centering feed goes just wide. As Asiala keeps at the point, it's backhanded out, and now the Vipers go the other way. It is John Spear Spear with a shot. Easy stick save made by Copeland as that one goes pretty much at the side of the net along the goal line. Here's Doherty the other way. Onside play for Elliot Doherty. He goes to the corner. Around behind the net. He's pressured by, it looks like, Canablo. And we're going to have a play. Whistle dead.
I think maybe a hand pass?
Potentially, I could see that. Should bring the face-off out of the Vipers' zone. .136 left here in the first period. 1-0 is our score. As I mentioned, courtesy of Darcy Kosh, a tip in at the 12:34 mark. To the near side, it is Asiala. Up ice is going to be to the near side and then thrown into the safety netting. Play whistled down. So with 1:20 left here in the first period, faceoff will be just outside of the Vipers' blue line. Near side of the ice here on rink 3 at the Parkview Sport 1 Ice House, the Indiana Tech Warriors sheet of ice. As it is out to the point, there's a shot and a block in front by Brown. I've lost count of how many blocks there have been this period by both teams. That one shot just wide. It's gathered in by Fix. Fix goes off the boards, down the ice, and it will be an icing.
You said it, a lot of shot blocks so far in this period. It's been a little bit of a shot blocking clinic. So you guys doing a great job getting in those shooting lanes and knocking shots down to help out their goaltenders.
Face-off brought back inside of the Spartan zone. They're going to put a glove side of Copeland. Near side on your monitors. As it is in the feet of the official. Still there. And coming away, there's going to be the Vipers to McKinnon. McKinnon a shot. That's above the net and hits the glass. As now Henry Doherty and McKinley are there. Can't see Reasoner's there as well for the Vipers. Can't see who the other defenseman. It looks like Juarez. And it is. Juarez at the far side. He'll backhand it down to the near side corner for Nicole. He goes up ice. And it's tipped by Jeanette. It will not be an icing. Looks like they ruled it one off of Ridge's stick. As they go off the glass down the ice, it's in the feet of Doherty and Reasoner. McKinley loses it on the stick handle. It is now Cody Fix. Up ice with 13 seconds left here in the period. Canablo over to the far side for Ridge, who goes up off the glass. And it's gathered by McKinley, who sends it down the ice, and that will do it for the first period. The Vipers up 1-0. We'll take a quick break here. You're watching high school hockey, the regular season finale on SummitCitySports.com. Parkview Sport Ice House. Get a couple more sponsors in. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. With ages ranging from 5 to 18 years old, our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Hop on board and together we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business, and it is a solution that will fit your unique needs. give them a call at 260-557-0958 or log on to AndersonCoolHeat.com. As we get set for the second period here between the two teams, the Vipers up by 1. Thanks, courtesy to Darcy Kosh, a tip in front here on the regular season finale. Face off won by the Spartans. Eisenbarger brings it near side for Johnson, who throws it towards the net. Sounds like shots are tied 9 apiece. As it is gathered in by DeGroot. He pokes it up to Darcy Kosh, and it was just inside his skate, so he could not get a quick handle on it. And it looks like the Spartans are going to go the other way, but a good reach behind him by, I believe it was Ian Scott, broke it up. As Asiala goes off the boards, up ice to Johnson before it was broken up by Ridge. Eisenbarger over to Loxton. Henry Loxton, a defenseman, freshman for the Spartans. Definitely looking forward to see what else he could do next season as he'll enter his sophomore year. And a lot of people worry about the sophomore year, as tends to be one of those off years for players almost every level.
Not to brag, but that was not my experience. You know, but that's what happened. I got carried by my line mates. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I didn't play my sophomore year, and I'm not afraid to admit I was in the junior varsity program. Johnson gets it from a pass in his defensive zone. He throws it to the far side corner. Carter Canablo with it now. He'll give it up ice, and it's onto the stick of Ormsby as he goes to the corner. Ormsby around to the far side with speed. Out to the point, Scully throws it towards the net, and it's wide. Ormsby goes down low. Out to the point for Scully. Scully a drive. He fans on it. Ella rolls through the crease, and nobody was there for the Vipers. Here's Juarez the other way. Onside play. Far side. Cuts back to the middle. Backhand cross crease pass to Asiala. That's Jeanette, actually. It was just wide. As it is at the point, far side, as it is Ormsby. Ormsby into the zone. Throws it at the net. That one goes off the shin guard, and it rolls out of play. And I don't think they're going to be able to get that one back the way it's laying in the safety netting.
Nah, that one's laying like parallel to the ground. Doesn't even, okay, well, they will mess with it. Well, now they're messing up a banner.
Oh, they got it.
Yeah, they did, but they messed up a banner in the process. Maybe Homestead playing a little bit of mind games. I don't know. Probably not, but it is worth posing the question. I mean, it seems like a little bit of that rivalry is developing here in this game with the pace and some of the body contact we've seen. So,
yeah, it's good to see some of the rivalries back. It looks like Homestead and the Vipers are picking up. The Carroll-Leo rivalry's coming back, it looks like, from what we saw in the last couple games.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're playing each other about 5 times this season. So, definitely helps build out those rivalries for sure.
McKinnon has it. Skates far side into the zone. He's pressured by Nicole. He goes to the far side corner. Those two crash at the corner as Reason comes in to assist McKinnon. Doherty up to Johnson. Stretch pass. Knocked down by McKinley. And his pass, or shot rather, is gloved down by Doherty. And his pass is gloved down by McKinley. Reasoner, near side corner, goes out to the point for Rice. Tied up along the boards. Gathered in now by Dylan Besh. Besh, he has the speed. Tries to drop it to Johnson. As that one goes up in behind the net. Gathered up Reasoner, far side. He's pressured by Besh. This backhand pass goes, looks like off a fellow teammate and out of play. Obviously, the big news coming this week and next week out of Fort Wayne's hockey world. The Fort Wayne Comets start their 69th season tomorrow in Wheeling in the home opener next Friday.
Yeah, looking forward to the season getting underway. It'll be nice to have the Comets back after a solid 11 months off. There were definitely periods where I think the prevailing opinion was that we wouldn't have Comet hockey this year, so it's great that the Franke family is able to get it on for us here, even if it's only for a short, 50-game season, I think?
Roughly, not including playoffs.
Well, they got to make the playoffs first, which in Fort Wayne, that is the expectation. They got a pretty good squad this year, so we'll see what happens. Probably going to be a little bit rough out of the start just because, they haven't been playing at all, and these teams have been playing since November, but hopefully they can get up to speed in good time.
Tie up off the draw, and is won by Keegan McComb. Carter Canablo goes far side and is kept in by Doherty. Tyler Eisenbarger's there as well. He ties up. It looks like it is Ian Scott as brought near side. Rice takes a heavy hit from Doherty as that one goes up off the boards to Canablo, far side. He's pressured by Eisenbarger, trying to clear it. Cannot, but it is gathered in by PJ Eisenbarger as he and Scott tie up.
Ian Scott getting into it a little bit with both Eisenbargers here on this shift.
Near side, it's in the feet of one of the players, and it is bringing into the defensive zone was Richardson. As now Keegan McComb has the far side. Keegan McComb out to the point. Brown with a shot, that one's wide. Here's Richardson. Here's far side, Tyler Eisenbarger sends it further up to Asiala, but stolen by the Vipers, and so we're gonna have more action. I missed that one as the puck was going the other way. I didn't see what was going on behind the play.
I didn't either, but hopefully our cameraman Hunter Sosenheimer caught that one on the replay. Well, you see it there. Still not exactly sure what the issue was between those two and why it got to that point, but the Vipers almost had a really good scoring chance there before that play was whistled dead. Ormsby coming right off the bench about got into the middle of the ice for, I believe that was Spear at the time, but obviously the play whistled dead broke that one up, so.
Yeah, Spear and Tyler Eisenbarger go into the box. Looks like they're going to play 5-on-5 points downs, I believe, both for roughing.
I think it was actually Gross then who was in the middle of the ice, almost getting to that puck. Obviously, it couldn't be Spear if he was involved in that fracas down in front of the penalty boxes.
Scully a shot. That one's blocked in front by Jeanette. I know you made the point of talking about puck getting shot out of play, but it sounds like tonight all we're talking about is a blocked shot.
I'm all good with that, though. I personally am a very big fan of blocking shots, so I'm all about it. Now we're going to have another penalty. It's going to be a hooking
on Homestead. It's going to be on Henry Doherty.
A little bit of a switch to the personnel for this Vipers power play unit. Ormsby and Canablo are still out there, but it'll be Bertels, Scully, and Darcy Kosh out there to start.
Scully's shot blocked by Juarez. Here's Canablo. His shot is blocked by Jeanette and rolled wide of the net. Scully at the point. Backhands to Canablo. Walking the line. There's a shot. Scores! I don't know if that was tipped in front or not, but it's a power play goal. 2-0 Vipers.
Canabla was looking for a shot the whole way here. We'll take a look at it on the replay. You see he gets this puck, doesn't even look at Ormsby. He's focused on the shot the whole way. And that one looks pretty cleanly into me. We'll have to wait for the official announcement.
If it is clean, that will be Canablo's first goal of the season, it looks like. If it belongs to Carter.
That would be a bit of a surprise, I'm not going to lie. He's a pretty solid offensive defenseman. Obviously, he runs the first power play unit for them, so I would have expected him to get one by now here, so late in the year.
It is Canablo. Scully with the assist. Kosh will get the secondary assist. So Canablo from Scully and Kosh. A power play goal. That one shot is blocked in front. Goes far side, or near side rather. Sent to the high slot, broken up. Reasoner over to the Gruder. His shot That one's into the glove of Copeland, who hangs on. So far, right now, Darcy Kosh had the lone goal of the first period. That came at 12:34, and then Carter Canalbla has extended the lead. 2-0 with the power play goal at the 9:39 mark. Kept inside the zone by the Vipers. Nicole chased down by McComb. Round to the far side, Doherty goes off the glass and is gloved down by DeGroot, and play will be whistled down for the offsides.
Well, the Vipers are probably jumping for joy right now. I don't know if they could have drawn this start up much better, going up 2-0 with a rare lead over Homestead. Haven't really had that yet this season. In these close games they've contested, looking to avoid the season sweep by the Spartans. Homestead's won the first 4 of 5 meetings between the two teams, of course. Tonight being the last one here on senior night, our final makeup game of the season.
Nicole with it far side, and that one's stolen by Reesner. He takes a hit from Nicole and Doherty, as that one's passed by Juarez up to Elliot Doherty. In onside play, as Doherty sends it down to Juarez. Juarez centering it. Here's that is Eisenbarger with the shot. I thought it was Brimmer for a second there with the 70 number combination. As Eisenbarger's shot is blocked by Reesner, and it is, looks like on the back of the net, or the net's off.
Reesner doing a great job with the shot blocking tonight. I think that's probably his second
or third.
Not even factoring in what he's done so far this year in other situations. Definitely a player that's not afraid to get in those shooting lanes and block shots. That's something you want to look for in a good defensive winger.
As I'm glancing down to the Vipers bench, it looks like the eyes are stretching out. I'm not sure if they're going to switch out halfway through with it being senior night, or if he's just staying loose. As it is inside the Viper zone, flipped up into the neutral for Ridge. He takes a bump from Besh. Dylan Besh, 2-on-1 for the Spartans, might get going as it is broken up. Good back check by Ridge. And now the Vipers are going the other way. It is Spear. Spear around the net and just wide. Scalia drive, and that one is stopped by Copeland. Jeanette, it's loose outside the crease. Still loose. Gathered in by Besh. Penalty coming up to the Vipers. The Spartans going the other way. It is Brimner. Brimner at the point. Sends it far side, and that one goes off the boards. Jeanette has it. Jeanette to Asiala. Back to Richardson. Richardson up to Eisenbarger. Eisenbarger taking his time, coming inside the zone, onside play. Cuts to the middle, and he loses it on the deep stick handle, as we will have, looks like an interference call on the Vipers.
We'll take a look at that. We're going to assume it happened in front of the net. It's going to be Ormsby that goes off. He's one of the players that kind of falls down here right in front. And it's kind of hard to tell, not too zoomed in there. But it will be Ormsby that sits, and now Homestead, I believe, will get their second power play opportunity of the night.
Yes, this will be their second official opportunity. They are 0 for 1. We'll see what the Homestead Spartan power play can do as they look to cut the lead into 1 and get on the board with 6:45 left here in the second period. Nicole, near side for PJ Eisenbarger. It's a up ice, tipped in by Besh. It is Jeanette near side, along the corner, out to the point where it's broken up. Now it's to the high slide, and we're going to have a penalty on the Spartans. Juarez going for tripping. That will negate the power play. 30 seconds into it.
Tough scene for Homestead, but we'll still get a minute and a half here of 4-on-4 action as we're about halfway through our second period here. Steven Yeiser still on the bench for now. I don't know if this is exactly the situation you'd want to put a goaltender into for the mid-game situation anyways. But we'll keep an eye on that. I'd assume at this point it'll just be Michael Hall, given how this game's been going so far.
That one, far side corner, DeGroot chased down by Brimner. Still far side corner. Eisenbarger pokes it free. He gets poke checked by Canavlo. And it is gathered in. Eisenbarger, far side. Towards the slot. There's a shot saved. Rebound is cleared out by Canavlo. Doherty, shot from the near side blank, goes wide of the net. Nicole tries to get it deeper into the zone. Does not. As it is gathered in Canavlo. A little chip pass out of the zone. And now it is going to be gathered in by the Spartans. They come the other way. Here's Nicole with a shot, blocker save, rebound. It drops right to the low slot just outside of the goal crease. And it is gathered in by DeGroot. Here's Brimner. Off the boards to Eisenbarger. Eisenbarger with the toe drag. He fans on it. And now it's McKinnon the other way. Trevor McKinnon to the faceoff circle. Shot saved. Good reverse vertical horizontal save there by Copeland as Eisenbarger's all by himself. There's a drive right into the glove of Hall, who hangs on.
You know, I'm not a goaltending guy, but describing that save by Copeland, it kind of sounded like you were just throwing random words together. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, when the goaltender is up against the post, he'll have his leg up that's at the post, his leg up, the other one down. That's the vertical horizontal stance.
There you go.
And if it's the other way around, where the pad that's at the post is down on the ice and the other one's up, that's the reverse vertical horizontal. So we got all aspects covered. You got the player stance, I got the goaltending stance.
Absolutely.
Penalty is over for the Vipers. A 30-second power play now for the Vipers as Asiala's shot is blocked in front by Brown. I mean, I cannot tell you what blocked shot that is between the two teams combined.
Got to be getting close to double digits.
Ormsby behind. Well, it looked like he was going to go behind the net, but he stopped at the corner. As Christian Brown's shot is blocked. Ormsby now at the far side corner. Out to the point, Brown. Brown a shot, that's blocked by Jeanette. I'm just going to record myself saying blocked by, and then it's just going to, I'm just going to play that. Here's Juarez, directed towards the net, save Hall, and he finds it and covers the rebound.
We talked a little bit about it last night, but a bold play here for the goaltender to come sliding out of the net a little bit. He's able to get to that one, and Michael Hall will actually be coming out of the game. As we're back to 5-on-5, to the applause of the Viper crowd.
So congratulations to goaltender Michael Hall on your career in the High School Hockey Association. And we look forward to seeing what you will do as you continue on. But in net now is the other senior, Steven Yeiser. As we mentioned pregame, or as the PA mentioned in pregame, Hall played for the same Homestead Spartan team as he was playing against for a few seasons before jumping over to the Vipers.
I think Michael Hall played with 4 different teams all 4 years he was in high school, it seems like. But maybe that's just me going back to when I was in the league.
There's Johnson coming down the way. There's a backhand shot, save made by Yeiser. Yeiser coming over from the now defunct Fort Wayne Bruins team.
Yeah,
played with them for like 2 seasons, I believe.
I think you're right. I think it was 2 seasons. Might have been just 1, but either way, I think you're right. I think it was 2 seasons. But either way, put together a solid career over there, and then earned a spot here on this team as essentially the 1B goaltender last year to Connor McKinnon from the Summit City Panthers. And they were a pretty solid 1-2 duo last year.
That shot blocked in front by Fix. And center feed to Juarez, saved by Yeiser. Fix, near side, gets it down low. Juarez behind the net. Around to the front, Jeanette, saved Yeiser.
Well, welcome to the game, Yeiser. That one from a high danger area came at him quick. Thought Juarez might have been able to slide that one through him.
Look behind him too.
They did.
On that Jeanette shot, he looked behind him on that one.
Yeah, he thought it was behind him as well. But was able to squeeze the legs and stop that one and preserve the lead.
They're switching pucks for
Michael Hall might want that
probably.
puck. You'd have to
I
assume.
could see that.
We'll have to see what our PA announcer does with it, but would have to guess that's what it's for.
Shot by Jeanette goes above the net and wide. That's what indeed it is for. Drop pass, Jeanette. He takes a hit, and there's going to be a penalty on Reasoner for tripping or kneeing. You're going to give him a knee.
Is that an automatic 2 and 10? You don't see it very often, so I don't even know.
I don't think so. Which is weird because you got penalties like boarding and charging and head contact and check from behind, which are all 2 and 10s. But you would think kneeing would be a part of that category, but I'm not sure if it is.
Well, we'll find out here in a second.
Just
it looks
2
like
minutes?
just a 2 because no one else is going to the box to serve the minor penalty, so we'll just be a 2.
Not to the point. Eisenbarger off the Spartan face-off win. Nicole, wrist shot blocked in front by Scully. A rebound opportunity by Besh. It is stopped by Yeiser. Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, you got penalties like check from behind, charging, boarding, head contact, all 2 and 10s. One thing, kneeing, which is another very dangerous move, would also be an automatic 2 and 10 at the minimum. As it is Besh. Sent through the crease, and that one's blocked. Or at least they got the stick jam was Kosh as Jeanette was backdoor. Now another attempt, and that one's knocked down, and another attempt. They're just too close to the goal line to try these cross-crease passes to have a good shot selection right now. It is Nicole at the point, kept in by Eisenbarger. Goes off the boards to Jeanette. Jeanette to Eisenbarger. Comes out to the point, walks the line. Backhands it down to Besh. Besh to Nicole one time, and that one's wide. Juarez tries the center. It's broken up by Scully, and that one's up into the safety net, and they didn't catch it. As it is gathered in by Eisenbarger. Cross crease pass again is broken up as Juarez tried to shoot it, and the net has come off.
We saw Juarez scoring a one-time goal from a similar angle last night in the game against the Vipers. He was able to finish that one. Not able to there. Yeiser doing a good job.
Johnson?
You're right, it was Johnson. That's my bad. Similar play.
I mean, yeah, it does go in, but I think earlier in the play, going back just a couple seconds, I think that hit the safety net and they didn't catch it. I like the very, very bottom towards the glass.
I didn't see the puck at that particular time, but I wouldn't doubt it.
That one's stopped by Yeiser as they're jamming the crease.
Seems like maybe part of Homestead's strategy here on this power play with the fresh goaltender, Yeiser. It could just be coincidence, but it seems like, you mentioned it, they were doing a lot of those cross-crease passes, maybe trying to get him moving side to side a little bit when he's not exactly totally stretched out and whatnot.
It is Scully near side. Stolen and cleared, I believe, by Scully. As one of the Spartans had it for a brief second. It is Doherty of ice to Asiala. Stretch pass far side for Brivner. As he gains the zone, he'll throw it down behind the net to the near side corner. Johnson is there as he's tied up with Canablo. Carter Canablo throws it down the ice, and he clears it. Carter picked up his first goal of the season. That gives him 4 points on the year. He has 3 assists prior to the said goal. With 15 seconds left here in the man advantage. They bring it near side. Here's Henry Doherty. A shot. He scores! A power play goal for the Spartans. High blocker side, and they cut the lead to 1.
Good shot there from the young Doherty. Take a look at this one on the replay. Does a good job just picking this far corner. Grips it up. And that is potentially goal number 1 for Henry Doherty. It is.
So Henry Doherty picks up his first goal in varsity hockey, at least here in the league play. on the power play, and that could not come at a better time. With 1:16 left here in the second period, he cuts the lead to 1. So welcome to varsity high school hockey, Henry Doherty. He's on the board. Keegan McComb, near side corner. Sent around to Juarez. He gets it up ice, looking for Jeanette. DeGroot's there. That one's broken up, and it's gathered in by Keegan McComb. And coming inside the zone, Nicole is trying to center it, as that one's wide. Ridge, far side. Backhand try towards the net is covered, but it's poked free. Juarez centers it to Jeanette. It's wide. Richardson a shot. That one's through a pair of legs and wide, and stick save made by Yeiser, as he's the one who directed it wide in the net. Eisenbarger a shot. He hits Jeanette's shin guard. That's blocked by his own teammate. Juarez to Eisenbarger, and it's broken up by Ridge. Sent down low. It is DeGroot. As that does it for the second period. It's a 2-1 game. Henry Doherty picking up his first varsity goal, cuts the lead to 1. We'll take a quick break here. You're watching high school hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
We have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
Do you see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Back here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House in our intermission, where the Homestead Spartans are down by a goal, the Vipers up 2-1. Going here for our recap, Darcy Kosh picked up the lone goal of the first period at 12:34, the lone assist to Ian Scott. For some reason our replay wasn't capturing anything at the time. I had to look through our program to figure out why that was, but we got it fixed now. So I do apologize, you don't have a replay on that one. Not sure why that wasn't working right off the bat. But that was it through the first period. Penalties are from the first period. Trevor McKinnon picked up a high stick at 11:20. That was killed off. A bench minor for a Homestead, too many men at 9:13. That was killed off. And then number 10, Brendan Asiala. I don't know why my mind was drawing a blank on that one. Picked up a hook at 6:02. All were killed off. To the second period we go. We have our first goal for the Vipers, the lone goal from the Vipers this period. It is Canablo at the point. A simple wrist shot throws it through traffic. Copeland had no idea where it was. It was a power play goal that made it 2-0 Vipers at the 9:39 mark, with the assist going to Scully and Kosh. So Darcy Kosh picked up 2 points so far in this game. And then towards the end of the second period, another power play opportunity. It is Henry Doherty throwing it top shelf, high blocker side at the 1:16 mark. Doherty picking up his first career varsity goal here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House. That was a power play goal that made it 2-1. That's where we stand. Penalties in the period. John Spear and Tyler Eisenbarger picked up coincidental routes at 10:24. Elliot Doherty a hook at 10 minutes even. That was the power play goal by the Vipers. That was scored on. Ormsby picked up an interference at 6:57. That was killed. Juarez a trip at 6:27. That was killed. And then the knee taken by Austin Reisner was the power play goal for the Spartans. That was at 3:08. It's 2-1. The Vipers, as we have our regular season finale here on SummitCitySports.com. Joe, your thoughts through 2?
Oh, well, I mean, it's been a pretty good game. 2-1. Vipers have done a really good job getting ahead with that 2-goal lead. And, playing some solid defense. We've mentioned the shot blocking on both sides of the equation. It's just been good back and forth action. I expect another good third period. It's almost always close between these two teams, and I expect that to continue here into the third period.
Well, we'll see how this evolves here. We got 15 on the clock. Zam's still on the ice, so we'll take another break. You're watching high school hockey, the regular season finale. Countdown to the playoffs has officially started. You're watching high school hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
We have to do this. A bit of a hill.
His mother said, if you're coming to school, you got to bring your sister because they have to go and work in the fields. So this kid carries his 1-year-old sister everywhere.
A lot of those kids don't eat in the morning. A lot of those kids, the only place they do eat is at that school.
I thought going up that mountain, Mary's meals can reach everywhere that there's a hungry child.
You see what happens after a simple meal? It just came to life.
Love reaches everywhere.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more. Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited. This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
And we are back here at the Parkview Sport One Ice House as we are coming out of our intermission. The teams have retaken to the ice. The Vipers up by a goal with 15 left here in the regular season. At least the last full-length period of the regular season. Obviously the Spartans looking to tie things up to force a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling it or not. I honestly have
Say,
really no idea what's going to
Be
happen in the
honest,
third
you
period.
feel the vibe of the game, or you just feel like you can't put a pin on it right
I don't know. You know, I wouldn't be surprised whatever happens in this third period. I don't expect anyone to come out and score like 3 or 4 goals, but I don't know. I could see the Vipers getting an insurance goal. I could see Homestead tying it up.
See the floodgates opening.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Honestly,
I would be surprised if Homestead is able to win this one in regulation. Just the way tonight's game has gone, and the prior games before this between these two teams has been low scoring as well. So I don't know.
We'll see what news tomorrow's lottery numbers are. We'll figure that out here if we get to predict those here. Fix picking up the puck now as he goes off the boards and down the ice, knocked away by John Spear. DeGroot tying up one of the Spartan defensemen. It's still along the boards as it is still working away with it. And finally someone comes away with it. It is Bertels. Bertels gets sent down to the ice as Spear tries to get it back out to the point. It's intercepted, and it's Jeanette. His pass is knocked down by Ormsby, delayed offsides. So it is Asiala with plenty of time as he sets up a play. Now he forces a turnover as Reisner intercepts the pass. It's down at the near side corner. Eisenbarger loses it to Trevor McKinnon. Reisner, far side, comes back to the near side now. Corner, it is McKinnon. Across ice, pass to McKinley, goes wide of its mark, and that one's out of the zone with Reisner, that's not Reisner, that's the Iser. Touching it up, Scully. Up ice now, off the boards, looking for McKinley. And that one goes for an icing. I believe that was Reisner who chipped it off the boards. So 13:25 left here in the third period. 2-1 is our score. An offensive zone faceoff for the Spartans. It is won by the Vipers as Canablo goes far side. Off the boards, Reisner. That one is way up into the air and lands out the point, but looks like they're going to rule playing the puck with a high stick. And it should send the faceoff all the way down into the Spartans' defensive end. It looks like that's what's going to happen. As Reisner will go to the draw against Brimner. Tie up, and the puck will go to the corner, and that's cleared out to the point. It bounces over Canablo's stick. Scully chases it down. Brimner misses it, and now the Vipers go the other way. 2-on-2. Reisner goes far side, hits the brakes, looking to center to McKinley. That's into the glove of Copeland, who hangs on.
Really nothing going so far for either team in this third period. It seems like that was really the only scoring chance whatsoever going on, and I wouldn't even really qualify that as a scoring chance. Just Reesner kind of running out of racetrack there, forced to just throw that one towards the net and harmlessly into the glove of Copeland.
Sent around to the near side. Darcy Kosh in the corner. He's battling Nicole for possession. It bounces off his stick. And Fix will wrap it around to the far side as Juarez is jammed up against the boards by Ian Scott. Scott, it's in his body. Doherty's there. That is Henry Doherty. He gets up to Juarez as he has to circle back as he's got Ian Scott all over him. Ian Scott forcing the turnover. Here's Keegan McComb. McComb at the side of that save. Rebound. Scores! Darcy Kosh, his second of the game.
A really important part of this goal that makes it all happen is the patience you'll see here from Keegan McComb. He sees Kosh open right here, but he takes a second, lets that defender come closer down to the net, cuts in and onto his forehand, makes that feed across to Kosh, and he's able to be there to put that rebound home and get a 2-goal lead back for his team here in the third period.
Darcy Kosh picks up his second of the game. And that makes it 3-1 Vipers. 12:24 left here in the third. As now it is controlled by Asiala in his own defensive zone. DeGroot goes off the boards, gathered in by Eisenbarger, and it goes to Richardson. A stretch pass is wide, and we'll go for an icing. Face-off inside of the Spartan defensive zone. Face-off won by Ormsby. DeGroot, a wrist shot, tipped in front, saved Copeland, and he hangs on to the rebound. DeGroot with it now. Wrist shot goes wide of the net as it's tipped to the far side corner. Going towards the net, stick save made by Copeland. Bertels down low to Spear. He's trying to center, it's broken up, gathered in now by Doherty. He turned it over. I thought he had it. Misplayed by Doherty as now it's Brown, far side to Spear, back to Brown, centering it to Bertels as now it's broken up and gathered in by Elliott Doherty. Off the glass, down low. Yeiser leaves it behind the net for Brown. Doherty takes a bump there along the half wall as it's gathered in by Spear, John Spear. He was a member for the Lions, I think, for a year or two, if I remember correctly. And we're going to have a penalty.
I think on Homestead.
Looks like it's going to be on Johnson.
Doesn't like it. He was being quickly escorted to the box by the linesman Chappelle, and some Homestead players went over to the official to try and get an explanation.
We're having a conference.
Some discussion, yeah. We'll see what the call is going to be.
Now in this situation, they're kind of talking to see if the hit might have been worthy of anything more than a 2 or what the penalty might be, because the linesman might see a different angle than what the ref did on what to call.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if that one got caught on the replay, but
elbow.
They are going to ask for another player, so that's big. Johnson, one of the better players for Homestead, he's going to be sitting the remainder of the game. And
I don't think elbows are 2 and 10. I think they're just giving an explanation to head coach Fisher.
Well, that would be much better for Homestead, but they still have a more immediate issue with the Vipers going back on the power play. I believe they converted tonight. And we've seen them have a much better showing on that unit tonight than they did last night.
I think that might be what the discussion was about, is whether or not they felt that was necessary of a board, which would be the 2 and 10. over the elbow, which is just normal too.
A lengthy discussion with head coach DJ Fisher and two of our officials here tonight.
Chappelle and Kleinschmidt.
Nothing's going to change, it looks like, but now Coach Yackley for the Vipers is going to get his explanation.
Former head coach of the Bishop Dwenger Saints varsity team, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, longtime head coach, I believe, there. He's been around going back to 6 years ago when I started playing.
See, when it comes to the coaching staff, not much changes. Obviously, you got for Leo, Mike Robinson, he's been the head coach for as long as I can remember. Adam Freeby's been there for a while. Derek Ray, he's been there for who knows how long, back to his older son, Preston.
Yeah, well, to that coaching note, I have sources indicating to me that there could be a little bit more turnover in coaching staffs this offseason than the last couple. I don't think any team really made coaching changes other than maybe switching titles this offseason, but could be different this year. We'll just have to wait and find out come next October.
So I think the Chargers might have had a head coach change, but here's Ormsby with a shot, save made by Copeland. Rebounds to the near side corner. Out to the point, Canablo to Ormsby. Ormsby, nice toe drag move, but he ends up losing it at the very end. McKinnon a shot, save Copeland, who hangs on.
Good power play work here from the Vipers, just moving it around and getting some shots, playing with pace. But just going back to that coaching thing for another moment, the Chargers did make a head coaching change. Jerry Mouse, the head coach this year, as opposed to Mike Bell last year. Both were on the staff last year, just switching some titles around. Mike Bell was the head coach last season, now got the assistant coach title. And the opposite is true for this year's coach, Jerry Mouse.
At the point is Canablo to McKinnon. McKinnon to the circle. That shot is above the net and wide. Might have caught the blocker of Copeland. Canablo knocks it down. He's got Jeanette all over him. So he gets it to Ormsby. Ormsby near side and is broken up. Looks like by Doherty, Elliot Doherty. As it's gathered in by the Vipers. A stretch pass. Finds McKinley, who throws it down low. Round to the far side corner, Ormsby to Reasoner. Reasoner to the point for Canablo. Back down to Ormsby, out to the point for McKinnon. McKinnon a shot, glove saved by Copeland, but it bounces out. So the rebound is gathered by Juarez. Out to the point, Canablo off the boards. To McKinnon with 30 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Reasoner has it at the corner. Round out to the point for Canablo. Down to McKinnon at the top of the faceoff circle. He loses it, and it's poked away by Elliot Doherty and out of the zone. And we're going to have a penalty. Looks like it's going to be on McKinnon.
The second of the game, I believe. A little bit out of character for him, if that's the case.
Yeah, both for high sticks.
Interesting. Got to be in control of that stick, obviously. So by the time this one's over, about a minute and
46.
45-ish. Yep, that's about right for the Spartans on the power play.
Pretty much almost a full power play.
Yeah, just about 15 seconds. Doesn't make a significant difference most of the time.
Here's Weil. The turnover by Juarez on McComb as Nicole's there. Boxes out McComb. Those two tie up. Nicole sends McComb down to the ice.
Homestead back to full strength as well.
Nicole at the far face-off circle. He goes down. He and Scott Nicole bump together at the boards. Up to Juarez. Juarez into the zone. Shot, save, Yeiser, and he knocks it out of the air with the stick.
Good recovery.
Juarez centers to Besh. Besh back to Juarez, and it misses. As it's PJ Eisenbarger at the point, over to Nicole. Nicole a drive, and that one's wide. Eisenbarger fakes the shot, goes to the corner. DeGroot's there, he gets it up to Ian Scott, who banks it off the boards and down the ice. And it's a foot race between Nicole and McComb. the boards, far side. Gross knocks it back in. Is Nicole at the circle, gets up to Juarez. That one's wide and thrown back down. It's into the Homestead bench. Play whistle down, and the face-off should go all the way down.
Some good pressure earlier there in that power play for the Spartans. Steven Yeiser kind of running all over the place a little bit there in his crease. Just a little bit out of sorts after he swung around to kind of bat that puck out of midair behind him. And then a pass across, and he was completely out of position. Maybe, you know, a little out of sorts coming into the game in the middle. Not something goaltenders are really used to.
Asiala over to Doherty, back to Asiala. They got 20 seconds remaining in the main advantage. A turnover. Here's Kosh. Kosh behind the net as he's tied up in the boards. That one's taken away by Drew Brimner. Gets it up ice, and that one's tipped in by Johnson. As Johnson and Ormsby go to the boards, Ormsby to the corner. It bounces over his stick, and it's played by Johnson to Brimner. Out to Doherty at the point. That's stolen off his stick by McKinnon as the Vipers come away with it. Gross throws it into the zone, straight into the glove. Easy save for Copeland. With 7:06 remaining here in the third, it's 3-1 Vipers.
Starting to get down to crunch time here for the Spartans. Down 2, just half the period remaining. They're going to probably want to get one here and cut this deficit in half in the next probably 3-4 minutes, right around the next half of what we still have to go here in the period to give themselves a shot later in this one. You don't want to be scrambling trying to score 2 goals with your net empty.
Well, they had their chance if Brimner could get that down the ice. They had Johnson and Besh going 2-on-1 as that one is at the near side. Gross centering feed to Spear. It's in his feet, knocked away by Asiala. Brown a drive at the point, glove saved by Copeland, and he hangs on.
Copeland doing a good job staying with that play there. Brown stepping into a one-timer from the point. That puck kind of just squirted out to him a little bit, but Copeland able to have his glove and snag that one.
Face-off won by Brimner. Asiala goes around the boards, grabbed by Besh. It is Brimner inside the zone towards the corner. Besh at the point. Drop pass for Loxton, but it goes to the high slot. Gathered in by Bertels. The Vipers coming the other way. Gross to Spear to Bertels. Bertels! And that one does not go. They could not get the shot off. Gathered in now by Asiala. Goes off the boards and down the ice. It will not be an icing. As I said, the seeding is pretty much set. No team can overtake another, as it is Spear the other way. John Spear throws it down low. 5:58 remaining here in the third. Asiala off the boards. It is onto the stick of Jeanette, who goes further into the zone. That will be an icing with 5:48 left here in the third.
Taking another look here at a really good opportunity for the Vipers. This puck is just able to find its way to Bertels. Just kind of can't quite get the handle on it, trying to go back to the forehand. And danger averted there for the Spartans. That one would have been catastrophic, going down 3 goals with about 6.5 to play at that time.
Point shot by DeGroot, blocked by Doherty. As now it is Reisner out to the point for DeGroot. DeGroot another wrist shot, and that one's wide. Bounces off the boards to the far side. Between the legs pass to Reisner. Goes back to Scully now. Down low to McKinley. Jared McKinley behind the net. Backhand out to Reisner in the low slot. There's a block by Jeanette. Another shot and another block. And another save by Copeland, who hangs on. I think I called 3 blocks in that sequence.
Just about. Some angry parents about that confrontation there in front of the net. But as you saw on the replay, some good opportunities there for the Vipers, and Homestead doing a good job of blocking shots. Copeland making some saves to preserve the deficit at just 2. And no penalties are going to be handed out for what happened there in front of the net just before we cut to the replay. to the disagreement of some of the parents up here. A little bit larger crowd than usual for senior night, allowing an extra person or two in per senior player.
Collins backhanded down the ice by Doherty, and it will be an icing.
We'll see what the attendance turns out. We'll see what the attendance turns out to be for the city championship. Not sure if they'll be letting in any extra people. If it's up here on rink 3, I
don't see where they could fit everybody.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Just a couple sections of bleachers.
Yeah, not any really good viewing angles here on rink 3. Really, just not a very good setup. So hopefully next year we're on rink 1.
Gosh, with a shot, that one's blocked by Richardson. Like I said, at this rate, I could just record myself saying blocked shot, and I could just play it. The amount of times the thing's been blocked today.
Yeah, the players here have been doing a really good job of that tonight, blocking those shots.
We have to be near 15, 16 block shots combined between the two teams. They're not near 20.
Absolutely. I'm sure the coaches are loving it as well.
Well, off the draw, it rolls out to the point. Good poke check by Eisenbarger, but it catches the stick of Ormsby. Those two, Eisenbarger and his forward partner, were gone on that rate. As it's up to Tyler Eisenbarger, bounces off his stick. And now it's back inside the Homestead zone. Asiala around the boards to Elliot Doherty. It bounces over his stick. Now it's gathered in by Eisenbarger. 4:25 left here in the third period. Off the boards. Now it's in the neutral zone, gathered in by Ormsby, who bounces it off the boards himself. Now gathered in by the Spartans as they gain the zone. Ormsby throws it around the boards, and it's going to be kept in at the point by Besh, but he loses it into the skate of Canablo as his stretch pass is intercepted. Here's Besh as he is bodied off by Ormsby, and it will go down for an icing. 3:55 left here in the third. Time running out for the Spartans.
Yeah, you said it, time running out, and the Vipers doing a good job of just holding on to the puck. Their best defense right now is their offense, and it's done a good job. The puck has been on this side of the ice for what seems like 3 minutes at least, so doing a really good job here of defending and trying to secure this win.
Oh, off the draw, it was a face-off win for the Vipers. There's Bertel's a backhand save. Copeland. Great job sealing the ice with the pad on that one. As Nicole cuts back to the near side corner. Nicole down the ice looking for Johnson. That's wide of the net and will be an icing. I mean, I understand trying to set up the stretch pass, trying to catch the defense of the Vipers sleeping. But at this rate, you're just going to keep forcing the face-off down your own end. 180 feet away from the net that you need to be at.
Yeah, it just seems like they keep trying it, and it's not really working out for them. I mean, pushing offensively down 2 goals, yeah, but it's not very productive if you just give the other team an offensive zone draw every time.
That one's out into the neutral zone. Ridge tries to just flop it into the zone, but it is gathered down by Johnson, who puts it inside the Vipers' end. Brown over to Ridge, far side. It rolls off his stick. As 2 Vipers collide, that was Ridge and Bertels. A wrist shot from the point is blocked in front. As now it's gathered in by Brown. 3:08 left here in the third. Takes a bounce off the Zamboni doors. It is gathered in by Brown. His pass knocked off the stick. It's loose. Here's Brimner in the high slot. A shot saved by Yeiser, and the rebound's gathered in by Bertels. And Bertels gets a heavy hit by Johnson, and the arm for Johnson was up in the air. I mean, there's no disputing that one. You saw Johnson's arm way up in the air. And Bertels is going to get a penalty too.
Well, that's just useless out of Bertels. With 2:48 to play, you put your team on the power play, which has been pretty efficient so far in the game. I mean, that just about closes it out. Now, you put your team in a 4-on-4 situation. But we'll take a look at the replay here on that penalty to Johnson.
You see at the very tail end, his arm comes up. That's a high hit, definitely.
Yeah. What do they call, an elbow?
Not sure yet. We'll have to get the announcement from our PA, Todd Mulholland. That hit definitely was high. There's no disputing that.
Yeah, he did come up a little bit on that one. so right in front of the official. We'll call that one 9 times out of 10.
There's a heavy hit, as that one is gathered in by McKinnon. McKinnon tries to clear out the zone, cannot. It's 1-1. Reasoner with the backhand. He scores! Sounds like they called a knee on Johnson, too. Potentially. But it is a Vipers goal. They are up 4-1 now. I believe it's going to go to Reasoner.
Yeah, pretty cut and dry on that one. A nice move to slide it right under Copeland. McKinley doing a good job getting that one into the middle of the ice for Reasoner.
2:25 left here in the third period. 4-1 is our score.
Yeah, and Spartans coach DJ Fisher talking to the officials, maybe upset. Might have been a little bit of jawing there from Austin Reasoner after that goal as he was skating back to the bench.
This is the kind of intensity we're probably going to see if this is a cup final next Saturday.
I hope so. I mean, these have been pretty good games, some intensity. I would probably place it at about 75% chance at least that these are the two teams that we see in the final next Saturday. Not to take anything away from the other teams, but
these teams are just more scoring depth than both the Lee Lions and the Carroll Chargers.
And it seems to me, at least with the Vipers right now, they just seem pretty motivated. You know, the Vipers last year kind of upset in the semifinals, didn't get a chance to play for the city championship. And they're coming out here tonight, and they've been playing with a purpose. I don't think they're happy with their performances, going 0-4 so far against the Spartans. And I think the Spartans are going to be hungry next week to get back to the championship and win for the second straight year. But they'll probably, I think they have the tougher of the matchups just because they've had more of a tough time dealing with Leo in the past than the Vipers have in dealing with the Chargers. I'd argue that Carroll's probably a better team than Leo, but the Vipers have been pretty good with taking care of their business against Carroll this year. And Leo and Homestead have been closer games consistently. But when it comes down to the playoffs, all bets are off. So we'll just have to wait and see next Wednesday night, starting at 6:40.
Well, it's behind the net. Jeanette with it now. Jared McKinley got the lone assist on the Reasoner goal. Asiala sends it down around. It is Eisenbarger. Backhand towards the slot. It's broken up by McComb. Keegan McComb, oh, he loses it. Jeanette looking for Juarez. Juarez, far side corner to Eisenbarger. Save Geyser. That one out to behind the net, far side. Net empty for the Spartans. Don't see too many empty net plays, but they're down by 3, but head coach DJ Fisher's going for it. As it's tied up along the boards. DeGroot with it now. As that one's along the boards, Jeanette there. Over to Besh. Besh a shot. That one's blocked and straight into the glove of Geyser, who hangs on.
It's probably a little bit of a pride factor going into this poll from DJ Fisher, you know, wanting to make this score closer, and Homestead has the scoring talent to bring this one back. I mean, it would take a lot. Well, now their chances just got a little bit better, and there is going to be a timeout.
So we'll take a break here. The final 123 coming up next. You're watching the regular season finale of high school hockey, the 2021 season, here on SummitCitySports.com. was a penalty for interference at the 1:23 mark. So the Spartans on a 6-on-4 power play. And our mini recorder has been disconnected. We'll get that video right back up here momentarily.
Working on it.
So right now we're going to go with a radio broadcast until we get the mini recorder back up and running. Face-off won by the Spartans. It's cleared though, as it was in the skate of one of the defensemen. Ormsby clears it out. And there we go. Camera back. It is Reasoner in the neutral zone. Not sure how our mini recorder got unplugged, but it is Jeanette coming inside the zone. To the corner. 1 minute to play here in the third. Jeanette walking out to the line. Here's Elliott Doherty, a wrist shot. That one's above the net and wide. Juarez trying to center. It's stolen by Reasoner, and it bounces off the boards and out of the zone. Elliott Doherty with it now. Goes up ice. Finds the stick of Juarez. That's a shot around the boards. Gathered in. Knoblau. He takes a hit from, looks like Doherty. Jeanette a wrist shot, and that one's blocked in front by Besh.
Besh a little shaken up off that one.
Jeanette down low. That one's wide. Juarez with it now. He's all by himself. A shot. Save Yeiser! And he'll hang on.
Yeah, Besh is going to hop off the ice here, and that's a good decision. No use in him being out there. He's clearly got a little bit of a stinger on his wrist. So the penalty to Johnson is up, so it'll be a full-up power play the rest of the way. Copeland going to come back into the net now, since the Vipers can just send it all the way down if they want to. So 18 seconds to go. 3 goals. Probably not going to happen, but hey, you never know.
Face-off won by the Vipers, and it's cleared out by DeGroot. With the final 10 seconds here in the third, the regular season is going to be officially over. The conclusion of our senior night, the Vipers up 4-1 with 1 second remaining, and that will do it. The Vipers close out the regular season with a 4-1 victory over the Spartans, as we now are in playoff hockey.
Gosh, it just sounds so good when you say it like that. Nothing better in life than high school playoff hockey. Truly incredible stuff. And a big win for the Vipers to get them feeling in top-notch shape going into the playoffs.
Well, it's, as I said, it's a 4-1 victory for the Vipers. Next time we talk, as I mentioned, it's playoff hockey with the opening round of the Memorial Cup playoffs. Homestead against Leo in the first game. Vipers and Carroll the second.